Most people spend their lives chasing money, thinking wealth will fix their problems. But let me tell you something, your bank account will never exceed the person you are. True wealth begins in the mind, in the habits you form, in the values you live by. If you want a rich life, you must first cultivate a rich mind. Today, we're not talking about tricks or shortcuts. We're talking about transformation. Because the marketplace doesn't reward wishful thinking. It rewards the person who grows, the person who becomes worthy of abundance. And the question you must ask yourself is not, how can I make more? But, who must I become to deserve more? Wealth is not found in your paycheck or in the numbers on a bank statement. It is found in the person you become while earning it. Most people chase money and forget to chase growth, and that's why they never get what they truly want. Today, we're going to explore how to build a mind that attracts abundance and a life that reflects it. You can work harder, you can work longer, and you can chase opportunities all day, but until you grow, your life will never expand. The marketplace rewards growth, not effort alone. If you want a rich life, you must first cultivate a rich mind. Let me show you what it takes to become the person money wants to follow. Too many people think wealth is something they get. Wealth is something they become. Every dollar you earn is a reflection of the skills, values, and habits you've developed. Today, we're going to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, from survival to mastery, so you can step into the life you deserve. The difference between the life you have and the life you dream of is not luck, timing, or opportunity. It's you. Who you are, how you think, and what you choose to become are the true currencies of success. Let's uncover the principles that will transform your mind and, in turn, your wealth. You see, success doesn't knock on the door of someone who isn't ready. Money follows preparation, opportunity seeks capability, and the marketplace rewards value. If you want to live a rich life, you must first become the kind of person the world wants to pay. That transformation begins today. Let me tell you something important. Something I wish someone had told me when I was just starting out. You don't get wealthy by chasing money. You get wealthy by becoming the kind of person who deserves it. That's the real secret. You see, success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. Wealth has a funny way of finding those who are prepared for it, and it avoids those who aren't ready. If you suddenly handed $1 million to someone who hasn't developed the habits, the discipline, and the awareness of a millionaire, chances are they'd lose it in a few years. But if you took that same million away from someone who's become a millionaire in character and discipline, give them a little time and they'd earn it all back. Why? Because wealth follows growth. When I was younger, I worked hard, long hours, early mornings, late nights, but I wasn't growing. I thought effort alone was the secret to success. But effort without direction just leads to exhaustion. Then I met a man who changed the way I thought forever. He told me, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That one sentence turned my entire life around. Because when you work on your job, you make a living. But when you work on yourself, you make a fortune. See, your bank account is simply a mirror. It reflects the value you bring to the marketplace. And your value to the marketplace is determined by your personal development, your skills, your mindset, your consistency. So the question isn't, how do I make more money? The question is, how do I become more valuable? If you become more intelligent, more disciplined, more reliable, the market will pay you accordingly. It always does. But here's the catch. You can't grow accidentally. Growth is intentional. You must schedule it, plan it, protect it. Spend 1 hour a day reading, listening, thinking, learning, not to impress anyone, but to improve the instrument through which your wealth will flow yourself. Every day, imagine the person who already lives the life you want, the one who wakes up early, eats with discipline, speaks with confidence, acts with purpose. Write down their qualities, and then start living as that person today, not someday. Because you don't suddenly become successful, you grow into it. The moment you begin to think, speak, and act like that person, you're already moving toward that reality. And here's another truth: wealthy people create more than they consume. The poor spend their energy acquiring. The rich spend their energy building. If you want to step into the next level of your life, start asking, what can I get? And start asking, what can I give? What can I create that solves problems for others? Because when you make yourself useful, the world rewards you with abundance. So don't chase money, chase growth. The money will always catch up. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Your real wealth isn't in your wallet, it's in your mind. The mind is the greatest asset you'll ever own. Everything you see, the buildings, the cars, the inventions, the empires, all began as thoughts in someone's mind. That means wealth doesn't start in the bank, it starts in your thinking. The difference between the man who earns a fortune and the man who barely gets by is not luck, it's mindset. Formal education will make you a living, and that's good, but self-education will make you a fortune. That's even better. The marketplace doesn't reward degrees, it rewards value, and value comes from what you know and how you apply it. When I was young, I thought money was the missing piece. I thought if I could just earn more, my life would improve. But then I realized something profound. If you handed me more money without changing my thinking, I would have spent it the same old way. Nothing would have changed. So I made a decision. I'd start improving me before I tried improving my income. I began reading, not just for entertainment, but for transformation. I read books on mindset, on wealth, on leadership, on philosophy. I listened to people who had achieved what I wanted to achieve. I began to learn that wealth doesn't just happen. It's built inside the mind long before it's visible on the outside. See, the wealthy treat their mind like fertile soil. They feed it with wisdom, discipline, and new ideas. The poor, unfortunately, feed it with entertainment, gossip, and complaint. That's the difference. One group invests in expanding their awareness. The other spends their time shrinking it. If you want your life to change, you must begin by changing the information you consume. You are not what you eat. You are what you think. And what you think comes from what you feed your mind daily. Start by reading one good book on wealth or mindset every month. Don't just read it, study it. Take notes, highlight, reflect. Ask yourself, how does this apply to my life right now? Then find people who've built the kind of life you admire and learn from them. Not to copy their lifestyle, but to understand their thinking. Because once you think like them, you'll start acting like them. And when you act like them, your results will begin to look like theirs. And one more thing, choose your environment wisely. Join circles where growth is the norm, not the exception. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who talk ideas instead of complaints, who push you to stretch beyond comfort. Because environment shapes belief, and belief shapes destiny. The mind is your factory. It can produce excuses, or it can produce wealth, but it can't produce both at the same time. So make a choice. Invest in your mind daily, because everything else you want in life will flow through it. The richer your mind becomes, the richer your life will be. Let's talk about one of the simplest, yet most powerful truths about wealth. The poor spend first, the rich invest first. That one decision, what you do with your money the moment it touches your hands, determines whether you'll always work for money, or one day money will start working for you. Most people live in reverse. They spend what they earn, and then try to save whatever's left, which usually turns out to be nothing. But the wealthy do it differently. They save first. They invest first. They make their money serve them before they serve it. See, money is obedient to discipline. It goes where you tell it to go, but if you don't give it direction, it disappears. Money is like a seed. You can eat it today for a quick taste of comfort, or you can plant it and let it multiply into a harvest that will feed you for a lifetime. The poor eat the seed, the wealthy plant it. And that's not because the rich have more. It's because they think differently about what they already have. I remember when I was broke, I used to say, I'll save when I have more. But I learned that saving isn't a matter of amount, it's a matter of habit. If you can't save $1 out of 10, you won't save 10 out of 100 or 100 out of 1,000. The amount doesn't change the discipline changes the amount. So I started with small steps. Every paycheck, no matter how little, I set something aside before spending anything else. That small habit became a foundation for financial freedom. When you begin saving and investing first, something magical happens. You start developing self-respect. You begin to see yourself as a builder, not just a consumer. You're no longer chasing comfort today. You're designing freedom tomorrow. And that shift in identity is what wealth is really about. The wealthy understand that every dollar is a worker. You can send it out into the world to bring you more dollars, or you can spend it once and it's gone forever. So make this your rule before you pay anyone else. Pay yourself. Save at least 10 to 20% of every paycheck. Don't treat saving as optional. It's rent you pay to your future. And once you've saved it, don't let it sit idle. Invest it. Buy assets that produce income, stocks, businesses, real estate, or skills that multiply your earning capacity. Avoid buying things that lose value the moment you touch them. Remember, wealth is not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and how well you grow it. The key is to buy freedom before comfort. Most people buy comfort first, new clothes, new gadgets, new cars, and end up renting their future to pay for their past. The wealthy delay comfort to gain freedom. So every time you hold $1, ask yourself, will this make me freer, or will it make me more dependent? That question alone can change your financial destiny. Because in the end, money doesn't make you rich, discipline does. Desire is powerful. It's the spark that starts the fire. But without discipline, that spark burns out before it ever becomes a flame. Everyone dreams of success, wealth, and freedom, but only a few are willing to do what's necessary day after day to earn them. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the difference between wishing for change and walking toward it. See, desire makes promises, discipline delivers them. I learned early in life that success doesn't respond to emotion. It responds to effort, to consistency. When I was younger, I wanted to be wealthy, free, respected. I had big dreams, but no daily plan. I worked hard occasionally, but not consistently. Then one day, I realized that I was counting on inspiration to do the work that only discipline could do. The truth hit me hard. You don't need to be extraordinary to succeed. You just need to be disciplined long enough for ordinary effort to compound into extraordinary results. Discipline is doing what you said you would do, long after the mood you set it in has left you. Anyone can be motivated for a day. Winners are disciplined for decades. The wealthy don't rely on feelings. They rely on systems. They wake up early when they don't feel like it. They study when others scroll. They plan when others hope. Because they know freedom is never free. It's purchased in installments of discipline. You see, wealth isn't built in a single lucky break. It's built daily. It's built when you choose reading over gossip, investing over spending, progress over comfort. Every disciplined decision deposits another brick in the foundation of your future. One book becomes 10. One investment becomes a portfolio. One small goal achieved becomes a lifetime of momentum. That's the magic of consistency. It compounds quietly until one day, it's loud enough for everyone to notice. So how do you begin? Start simple. Create daily non-negotiables. Read something that grows your mind. Learn something that grows your value. Plan something that moves your goals forward. And act on at least one idea every day. Use a journal, not to write how you feel, but to track what you've done. Progress that's measured improves. Progress that's ignored fades away. You'll soon realize that discipline is not punishment. It's the highest form of self-respect. It says, I care enough about my future to control my present. And here's the secret reward: consistency, not perfection. You won't be perfect every day, but you can be persistent. If you fall, get back up. If you miss a day, restart the next morning. What matters is not flawless performance, it's faithful persistence. Because over time, discipline becomes habit, habit becomes character, and character builds the life desire can only dream of. So if you truly want to change your life, don't wait for motivation to knock on your door. Build the habit of discipline. It's the only bridge strong enough to carry your dreams into reality. Most people spend their lives working hard, and yet only a few ever achieve true wealth. That's because the market doesn't pay for effort, it pays for value. You can dig ditches all day and work yourself to exhaustion. But unless what you do carries impact, your income will stay limited. The secret isn't in working harder, it's in becoming more valuable. The moment you stop asking, why am I not being paid more? And start asking, how can I become worth more? That's the moment your entire financial life begins to change. Early in my career, I worked long hours, just like everyone else. I thought effort alone would eventually lead to reward. But then I noticed something. Some people seem to make 10 times the income with half the visible struggle. It puzzled me until I realized they weren't trading hours. They were trading value. The difference was not in how much they worked, but in how much their work was worth to others. That lesson changed everything. From that point on, I stopped trying to do more and started trying to become more. You see, the marketplace operates on principles, not pity. It doesn't care about how long you've tried or how hard you've struggled. It only responds to results. If you want more money, you must give more value. If you want lasting wealth, you must master a skill that solves real problems. The world pays dearly for answers. Doctors, entrepreneurs, engineers, creators, they all get rewarded not for showing up, but for showing up with solutions. Ask yourself daily, how can I become more valuable to others? Maybe that means improving your communication so you can lead better. Maybe it means learning about investments, marketing, technology, fields that move the economy forward. Every new skill you acquire adds another layer of value to your life. Every ounce of wisdom you gain increases your earning potential. The more you grow, the more you can give. The more you give, the more you earn. It's a perfect circle of prosperity. But here's where most people get it wrong. They confuse business with productivity. They think being occupied is the same as being valuable. It's not. The person who spends 10 hours shuffling papers is not more valuable than the one who spends 1 hour creating a system that eliminates the need for those papers entirely. The difference is leverage, working smarter, not just harder. Trade hours for outcomes, not routines. The world pays for transformation, not time cards. So stop measuring your worth in hours, start measuring it in impact. Master your craft until your presence in the room adds more value than your absence. Build expertise that no one can ignore. And remember, you can't demand more until you become more. The marketplace will always find you when you make yourself impossible to replace. When you raise your value, your income simply follows. It has no choice. Because in the end, wealth doesn't chase effort, it chases excellence. Character is the foundation on which every lasting success must stand. You can build a fortune, yes, but if you lack the strength of integrity, discipline, and honor, that fortune will crumble faster than it was built. Money is a magnifier. It doesn't change who you are. It reveals who you've been all along. If you're careless, it multiplies your carelessness. If you're wise, it multiplies your wisdom. If you're generous, it multiplies your impact. So before chasing financial wealth, make sure you've first built character wealth, because one sustains the other, but never the reverse. I remember early in my career, working for a man who told me something I never forgot. He said, "Don't wish to be a millionaire too soon. You might not yet be the person capable of keeping $1 million." That struck me deeply. Because what good is earning a fortune if your habits, values, or integrity can't protect it? That's like pouring gold into a cracked vessel. It will always leak. True wealth begins when you can trust yourself to do what's right, not just what's easy. You see, wealth built on deceit or shortcuts may glitter for a moment, but it doesn't last. The market, time, and truth, they all test the foundation you've built upon. And if it's weak, it falls apart. But if your foundation is character, honesty, consistency, and discipline, then even if you lose everything, you can rebuild it all again. Because the person you've become is far more valuable than anything you own. Keep promises, especially the ones you make to yourself. Because if you can't trust your own word, how can you expect others to trust you? Every time you say you'll do something and follow through, you strengthen your inner character. Every time you cut corners, you weaken it. And let me tell you, success doesn't come to those who are talented. It comes to those who are trustworthy. The world wants to do business with people it can count on. Be honest in every deal, even when it costs you. Because that short-term loss will always become a long-term gain. Your reputation, your name, is your first form of wealth. It opens doors money can't. When people know your word is solid, when they know your handshake means something, opportunities come uninvited wealth. Then becomes a natural consequence of who you are. Character doesn't just attract success, it sustains it. Without it, every win will eventually feel hollow. But with it, even small victories will have meaning. So don't just work on making a living, work on making yourself worthy of the life you're building. Because in the grand equation of success, money is just the echo, character is the voice. And if you build wealth upon integrity, no market downturn, no economic storm, and no betrayal can take it away, because real riches can only grow in the soil of strong character. Purpose is what gives wealth its meaning. Without purpose, money is just numbers on paper, a pile of possessions, a game of comparison that never ends. But when your wealth is driven by something greater than yourself, it transforms from success into significance. You see, the goal isn't just to become rich, it's to become someone worthy of richness. Because when you grow into that kind of person, the money becomes a tool, not a master. It's no longer about what you have, it's about what you can do. I remember the moment I realized that real success wasn't in the accumulation of things, but in the ability to make a difference. I had achieved financial comfort, but I wasn't fulfilled. Then I started teaching what I had learned, helping others climb their own mountain, and everything changed. The joy of contribution far outweighed the thrill of collection. That's when I understood purpose gives wealth its power. Money by itself is neutral, but in the hands of a person with purpose, it becomes transformational. So what does that mean for you? It means you must start asking a deeper question than, how much can I earn? Instead, ask, who can I help with what I earn? What can I build that lasts beyond me? Because real wealth is not just having more, it's being more and giving more. When you help others rise, your life gains weight, depth, and meaning. Use your wealth to create opportunities for others, whether it's helping a young person start their dream, supporting your community, or building a business that provides jobs and dignity. That's how wealth multiplies, not just in your bank account, but in the lives it touches. Money that circulates with purpose grows stronger. But money hoarded out of fear or ego always withers. And don't keep your lessons to yourself. Teach what you learn. Share your wisdom. The knowledge you pass on is the only wealth that truly compounds forever. You'll discover that when you lift others, you rise too. It's one of life's greatest paradoxes. You can't outgive the universe. The more you pour out, the more comes back, sometimes not in dollars, but in peace, in pride, in legacy. So build something that outlives you, a foundation, a philosophy, a way of living that continues to bless others long after you're gone. The buildings may crumble, the businesses may change hands, but the values you instill will echo for generations. Because at the end of the day, wealth without purpose is empty, but purpose with wealth becomes unstoppable. The question isn't just, how much will I leave behind? It's, who will be better because I lived? When your money carries your message, when your success serves a cause, that's when you've truly built a legacy that time itself can't erase. Growth has a price, and it's a price most people aren't willing to pay. You can't grow and stay comfortable at the same time. Every new level of success demands a new version of you, one with sharper discipline, clearer vision, and stronger resolve. The truth is, you either pay the small price of discipline today or the heavy cost of regret tomorrow. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. And I learned that the hard way. There was a time in my life when I wanted change, but wasn't willing to sacrifice for it. I wanted wealth, but I also wanted to keep my lazy habits, my comfort zone, my excuses. I thought I could have both, success and ease. But life doesn't work that way. Growth requires shedding the old skin. It demands you let go of what's familiar so you can reach for what's possible. If you cling to comfort, you cling to limitation. You must be willing to release the habits, people, and beliefs that hold you back. Maybe it's the habit of procrastination that steals your time. Maybe it's people who drain your energy or discourage your dreams. Or maybe it's a belief that whispers, "You're not ready yet." Whatever it is, understand this. Every blessing you seek sits on the other side of something you must give up. Trading short-term pleasure for long-term gain is the secret behind every story of wealth and freedom. The wealthy don't deny themselves enjoyment, they just delay it. They choose to invest first, to work while others rest, to save while others spend. It's not because they enjoy sacrifice. It's because they understand the harvest always comes later. You can't reap before you sow. You can't collect the rewards of discipline without first paying the price of consistency. Each week, take a moment to reflect. What am I avoiding that I should be doing? Maybe it's making that uncomfortable phone call, learning a new skill, or starting that side business you keep postponing. Avoidance is the tax the undisciplined pay to their fear. But the moment you face it, it loses power. The habit of facing hard things builds the kind of person life can trust with wealth. See, the universe doesn't reward wishers. It rewards workers, growers, sacrificers. Every time you say no to distraction, you say yes to destiny. Every time you delay comfort, you accelerate growth. Every time you choose the hard thing, you prove that you are ready for the next level. So pay the price now, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. The comfort you give up today buys the freedom you'll enjoy tomorrow. The pain of discipline lasts a moment. The pain of regret can last a lifetime. Choose your pain wisely, because one will make you stronger, and the other will keep you wishing. Growth demands sacrifice, but the reward is a life you don't have to escape from. Challenges are not roadblocks. They are the raw material of growth. Most people spend their lives wishing for fewer problems, hoping life would be easier. But here's the truth: wishing changes nothing. The wealthy don't wait for easier days. They work on becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable so they can handle whatever comes their way. The market doesn't reward those who run, it rewards those who rise. Every challenge you face is an opportunity in disguise, waiting for someone prepared enough to seize it. I remember early in my career, I faced obstacles that seemed insurmountable. Financial strain, skepticism from others, and my own self-doubt threatened to stop me. At first, I wished things were easier, that opportunities would fall into my lap. But nothing changed. The turning point came when I shifted my focus from wishing for fewer problems to wishing for more skills. I realized that every obstacle was a lesson I could study, every setback a chance to sharpen my ability to respond. Developing the skill to solve problems is deliberate. It begins with study, learn business, psychology, communication, and the principles of human behavior. Each day, ask yourself, what can I learn from the difficulties I face today? Write it down, reflect, and integrate it into your behavior. Every challenge carries a teaching that can be transformed into profit, opportunity, or growth. Equally important is developing calm thinking under pressure. When difficulties arrive, and they will, the unprepared panic, the impatient quit, and the short-sighted blame. But those who have cultivated the ability to remain composed, analyze clearly, and respond strategically turn problems into advantages. I have seen time and again, in my own life and in others, that the calm, skilled thinker is always the one who prospers. Shift your perspective. Don't wish the storm away. Wish for a stronger vessel. Don't wish for life to be easier. Wish for yourself to be better. Every problem becomes a teacher, every difficulty becomes a stepping stone, and every challenge becomes a profit center for the prepared. The skills you develop now compound, preparing you to turn obstacles into opportunities that others would flee. So embrace challenges. Study them, learn from them, and let them forge the strength and wisdom you need. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills, because it is the capable person the market rewards, not the complainer. Growth and wealth belong to those who rise above, not those who wish life were easier. Time is the one resource that will never return, yet it is often squandered as if it were endless. Many people go through life busy, but they are not productive. They react to the urgent and neglect the important. True wealth, true freedom, comes not from working harder or earning more, but from managing your time as if it were gold. Every minute you waste is a minute that delays the life you could be building. I've lived through seasons where I thought I was too busy to grow, too tired to learn, too preoccupied to plan. Yet the breakthrough came when I realized that time, properly managed, is the vehicle of transformation. Planning the day before it begins is not a bureaucratic task. It's an act of power. Take a few minutes each evening to outline the priorities that will move you toward your goals. Decide what tasks are urgent versus important and dedicate your energy to those that produce lasting impact. Block time deliberately for growth activities. Reading, studying, reflecting, journaling. These are not optional if you intend to build a life of wealth and influence. The wealthy don't magically have more hours in the day. They simply dedicate their time with precision. I can recall mornings when, instead of scrolling aimlessly or getting lost in distractions, I would dedicate one focused hour to reading financial principles or studying leadership. That hour, compounded daily over years, created opportunities and wisdom that far exceeded any short-term comfort I sacrificed. Also, guard your focus fiercely. Interruptions, notifications, and trivial tasks are thieves of progress. Learn to say no to what doesn't serve your ultimate purpose. Remember, the urgent often masquerades as important, but wealth rewards those who attend to significance, not noise. Each day is a deposit in your future. Invest it wisely. Time management is not about controlling the clock. It's about controlling yourself. Every intentional moment compounds into freedom, skill, and opportunity. The life you desire is created by the choices you make with your hours today. Don't leave your intentions on paper. Act on them. Treat every minute as a tool to build the person you must become to earn the wealth and freedom you seek. Plan, focus, and guard your time, because mastery of your minutes is mastery of your life.